My name is Gerald Kolp. I'm a small tour operator operating day tours in the Moon Valley outside Swakopmund, the area of the Welwitschia plants. And with operating tours here on a daily basis, we've noticed that the continuous use of the little desert tracks have made these tracks become quite severely corrugated, and people have trying to avoid the corrugation by simply driving next to these tracks, making the tracks wider and wider and wider, and with that as a direct result damaging all the local plant life, having quite a severe environmental impact and making really just very ugly, wide, uncontrolled tracks. So we were desperately looking for a solution to fight this problem, and I've approached Bannerman Resources because part of the tour that we're operating goes through an EPL by Bannerman, and been received very helpfully by Bannerman in order to find a joint solution. So we have designed and built a little tool that we can now fight this problem with, and this is what we will introduce to you today. So this is a wonderful example of the track. What it should be like is one set of smooth single track, but in reality shows us that with time track has become wider and wider, as you can see behind me, making a big ugly scar through nature.
When Bannerman was approached by one of the tour operators, it was exciting for us because we've been working with the tourism industry for some time now, and I saw an opportunity here that we can actually get something real on the ground. And the idea of the corrugation in the desert on the tours that a lot of the tour operators do out there was a real problem to them, and we thought this is an opportunity where we can get involved. And after a few ideas backwards and forwards, we eventually came up with this idea of the corrugation buster.
So the Corrubuster really is a very simple design. It is just a set of looped chains, as you can see on the one hand side. As the chains will just keep cutting into the track, loosening all the soil, and the end by the loop chains, it builds up the soil and deposits it down back on the track without pushing any sand out of the track, so we're not making any deep ruts. So very simply, we just hook it to the back of a car and off you go, driving something between 7 and 9 kilometers per hour to get best results.
We, as an operator, making use of the Moon Landscape area next to the Swakop River, are very excited about this project, and we think it is a brilliant idea. This whole project will mean, where we grade the tracks, that we will be able to stay on one road or one track only, where in the past, by driving the same road too many times, the roads get bad and worse, which then means that you start making new tracks. And once again, this initiative will eliminate that problem.
I believe that there are lots of ideas out there that we can work together on, where mining and tourism can work together on to make a real impact, to preserve the beautiful Namib Desert, to preserve the rest of Namibia. So I think the mining industry must have an open mind, the tourism industry must just also have an open mind, and we can really make a difference in our tourism and in our mining industry.